Hello, Commander.
As I said, still TH Pine, but with me now is Ghost. Hello, how are you doing?
Howdy, doing good. How's the casting been so far?
It was very fun so far. We got a really amazing match between Eclipse and PoxyG. PoxyG won the match, but it seems like overall Eclipse still won their group. All three teams in that group got one win, but Eclipse has the best score difference. So I'm not sure if that's the absolutely final decision yet, but it looks like that's the case. So we're not actually ready for semifinals yet. So there's a change of plans. We will be casting the Group C match, the last one, which is Mist versus Gnomes.
Okay. Let's take a look at our players here. I'm just looking at, we'll just run through Gnomes real quick as we've got Index, Mighty, Station, Station, Nog, Scooch Squad, and Med. Couple good players just on Gnomes already. I mean, Index and Med are just the first two that pops out. I mean, just from the old competitive, season 1, season 2 process. And then you got Mist, you got Gruber King, Keisha, Walter, Surfront. That's a gamer right there, and Satrams. So definitely, I would say, I don't know. I mean, just off the cuff here, looking like we could have a very close match, just from names alone. But especially with due process in general, one man's 3v1 is another man's triple kill.
Absolutely. That's how it goes. Yeah. So far, so this is Group C. So far, the situation is that Scrubin won versus Mist 7-5, so very close. And then the second match was extremely close as well because it was a tie between Scrubin and Gnomes. So Scrubin right now in the lead in this group, but if Gnomes now wins versus Mist, I think we might need potentially need some tiebreakers even. Like if they win 7-5 and Mist, I think they're just completely tied with Scrubin if I'm not mistaken. So
more due process is never a bad thing.
I think if Mist wins, it doesn't actually. It has Mist a chance to still win this group if they win. I think.
How many points do you get for 1W? Let me just ask that.
I'm not sure if there's like a points with like if you have like Mist has a loss and the other two teams have a tie. So if Mist wins, they're probably still out. But that would mean Scrubin proceeds to the semifinals. So for Gnomes, it's all or nothing right now. For Mist, it's just fooling around.
So it's Gnomes' game to win, but it's Mist's job to now drag Gnomes down to the bottom of the ocean with them. That's the real challenge for them today. So a lot at stake. Long story short. Let's take a look here. Operation Grand Jackal. Well, this should look familiar. This looks a little familiar.
A little bit.
What
do you think about this map?
Go ahead.
No, I was asking you. What do you think about this map? We saw it twice, so.
Well, it comes down to how it's from the matches we've seen so far. I think it comes down to really how the defenders handle that castle push. They can assume someone's going to be coming beach, but whether or not they're able to handle the attackers kind of breaching, quite literally breaching the castle and getting themselves in there that's either it's how they handle the initial breach and then how the mop player handles that extra pressure of 2 lines of sight that they need to be aware of, hang on now. Is it going to be Scooge that gets the mop? Because if not, we're not going to see mop round 1. I mean, personally, I can understand why you wouldn't want to. First map in or first round in, you don't know how the other team might be playing. They could be absolutely just gamers, or you might not need it. But no, look at that, no mop on Dome here. So this will be interesting because that means that they're going to probably try and hold castle a little bit, but it'll be more of like a base or even maybe a bit of pit play.
Interesting for sure, very interesting. I mean, this is
they're not playing meta.
I think for Dome, this is fairly close quarters.
Yes.
But still, it's a Dome, so a mob would definitely be useful to some degree. Seems like they're actually fairly heavily defending base, like having 2 people watching beach here. And yeah, attackers again, as in the last match, going in the split push, castle and beach. Let's see how it goes for them.
Absolutely. I mean, it makes I like the idea of having these close matches because we've seen from the previous games so far a lot of pressure. Once base gets cleared out, I mean, you can pretty much dogpile the bomb, but both defenders going to go ahead and back off. I love these floating barbs. It's such a great little strategy, so that way you can kind of save the utility for when the attackers actually guarantee that they're going to push on a spot. But oh my god, it's a slaughter in castle.
Already. Yes, they tried to push in and they did not get through the defense at
Ooh,
all. That's
grenade!
three attackers down in castle. The other two made it to base. They actually had made a really nice push over beach, but now Keisha is down as well. It's all down to Kruber King,
Ruber King,
who's stuck on beach kind of here
saber
with the
save,
saber.
saber
He try
save.
to, yeah, he should save if he can, for
Should is a
sure.
key
He's
word.
trying.
Oh,
Yep,
I
there's the
love the
smoke.
lines.
He's
Look at
running
that.
out.
You can see the team's definitely, it's like, all right, we took an L, but hey, ooh, you got out of it. Okay, no, easy, no problem. Don't worry about it. Skill issue. Uh, you can see when that was going on, the lines from the dead players to help kind of guide him out through the smoke.
They can wave at each other through the window. Hello.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so a good save. Oh, don't. Ooh, hang on now.
Don't.
Okay, he got the clacker. That was gonna be my next big question.
He
Good
tried to
save.
get the clacker.
So Mist doing the right thing. Playing. I mean, it was a failed
Tried to
push.
get him! But UAV save.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some maps. There are some maps where if you're quick enough, you can actually get underneath the map and avoid the insta kill UAV. But you have to be quick about it. And clearly, two of them weren't.
Yep, and he's actually going back into the beach. That's
Might as well.
That's a bold play. That's a very bold play.
15 seconds left
high
here.
Value utility on him. Or not
Yeah,
just
just a little bit of high value. And mind you, if he dies, it's not like they can get it back. He's going for bread.
Oh my god.
He's going for it. The mad lad.
Oh, Knock doesn't. No.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Oh, he got him. Oh my god. F's in the chat. Oh my god, no.
No way.
Don't call it a throw. He never intended to win.
Oh my god. He baits two people into the UAV while recovering the clacker, and then he goes back in and is being taken out.
The biggest throw. The two defender throw into suicide on beach. Now that's a strat you don't see often. I mean, Gnomes really coming out with the big plays here. Or Mist, excuse me.
It was an interesting decision for sure.
Oh, I love it.
Start for Gnomes, obviously. We'll see if they can take advantage of that. But
yeah, that's
that was a surprising turn of events.
It is what it is, and what it is now we're back here on Bank Operation Fang Hall. We got another open lobby. I've noticed that this is kind of one of the newer things that, at least in some of the older maps, usually you'd have to breach entrance, but now that they've kind of swapped it up so you can either breach in through like the vents or into manager, a lot more kind of creative plays, because it used to be either you played manager or you played lobby, and then it was just you kind of just floated in between on which side was breached, but a little bit different. You gotta love the diversity of the maps.
Yeah, this vault also has two doors, I just noticed. So we'll see if that makes any interesting plays. What do you think about button placement in vault here? It is like...
I don't think we'll see any defenders get deposited into vault like we have for the last two bank maps, but you never know. I mean, that's a very long haul that I don't think that we'll see any like wild, crazy plays, but I would love, and I do mean this in all seriousness, I would love to see like an auto shotty. Just because it's one of those, like, especially on some of the bank positions, like in security. I mean, security is way out of the position for here, to play in this position. But on some of those bank maps, man, it's crazy if you just park yourself in like a little corner, you just face hug the wall, and then you just wait for the entire team, the entire attacking team, just to like forget that you're there. Checking your corners is so crazy.
Any shotguns at all, actually, but I brought a knack. So.
Makes sense. The knack with that AP power, especially on a lot of these soft walls. I say soft in air quotes here, but soft walls in like managers and accounting. I mean, you can do a lot of damage with it.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
No barbs. Yeah. No barbs though. That's. Did they use them already?
An entrance and one.
Okay, they did. All right. Good. Oh yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Very nice.
Okay. So yeah, it seems like the attackers are now, Mist are now splitting up to going through the vents in loans, probably. I actually do they have a torch? Is that a torch?
Yeah, that's a torch.
Yes. Okay, so they're going through the vents while the others are waiting on entrance. But entrance is defended. Knock is sitting there, waiting, watching the barbed wire. The others are ready to rotate from Hall and Teller. And Keisha and
I love the jumps.
Who's that? Obsidian are making their way through the vents. Oh, the others are running in, but Knock gets the first one here. The other two made it in though. Now Knock is kind of in a dangerous spot, but we'll see if he can make... Oh, he's getting smoked, actually, and now trying to make the run, and it's been taken out. Very well played by Gruber King here. But they still lost Surf Front while pushing in. So it was a trade. The other are clearing loans, getting in.
Button is
Probably trying to
undefended,
figure out.
and
Yeah, I
met the
guess they want
flank.
one now. Yep, Matt sits over there in the hall. Security is being smoked, and the vault's open. They're running in, but there's a very nice Molotov. Oh, wow, that's a lot of trades. That's actually, yeah, 2 players down. It's down to 3v3. Lots of action happening. A bit chaotic here, I'm sorry. Kisha is trying to find Matt, who traded back, but gets the kill on Kisha. The other two attackers are on bomb now, though, and Matt has to run across all the map. Bomb's at 50%. He's in 1v2 situation, 60%, 70%. He's trying to get it in. Diffuser board. He
Gets
gets triple
one.
kill. Triple
Oh,
kill, in fact, overall. Is that a quadra? No. Yeah, it's a quadra. Wow.
yeah, Med went big. Great. I mean, it was a great flank position. No one expected him to sit security because there's no reason to be there. So what a great spot to be.
Yeah, but I'm surprised he got the double kill on Vault there. That was just wow.
Another day, another Med dollar.
Apparently.
But hey, 2-0 here for our boys. I mean, I'm very curious to see what their thoughts were because I mean, if we saw how the defending team opened up, it was a very like they were kind of cut down the middle, and as the entrance got opened up, I mean, it's almost like they baited that Med wasn't there. It was such a great position for him. He just sat there. Now it's a shame he wasn't able to clutch it up at the end, but I mean, that's still a great clip for him.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And now we're moving to Operation Timber Phalanx, which seems to be a very lengthy factory. Oh, this is for a factory. This is quite crowded, very claustrophobic in a way, but still very long sidelines. What do you think here?
Give me
Oh,
one
there's a
second.
fan as well.
There we go. Oh, all right. Well, I mean, it's round 3, so we should be seeing. There's not going to be a saber, so long
Yeah.
lines of sight, mop. If they don't pick mop, it's a meme. If they don't pick mop, it's a meme.
That's
Toxic's
a
in a
good point.
Toxic Power's in a bit of an interesting spot because they could try and do like a 3-2 split where you've got 2 guys try and go for server, clear that out, and then eventually hit Toxic, hit the power, and then work their way through Pipeworks.
And it seems like Gnomes are expecting this actually.
It's the right read. I mean, it's definitely the right read.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
But there's a wall charge with a breach on dockside, so they might be trying to just go for the full like just gun trades.
Yeah, they just want to.
It's full black tars, yeah.
Door charge on red as well, and just completely ignore the eastern part of the map. Apparently, might work.
It could. I mean, there's no rule that says that they have to go Toxic and Power. I mean, traditionally speaking, it would make sense because then you can play off your NVGs. But if you got 5 guys, all looking the same direction, odds are 2 of you will be able to kind of team up on one person and then get the opportunity, the opportunistic kill that you need. So
I'm just a bit worried for the defenders having like good sidelines from office. And
it's going to be really tough because look at the location of the fan. Like normally you'd see a lot of guys like just posted up on those that Pipeworks where it's nice and safe, but that's going to be tough.
Yeah, I guess they have the fan in the back then. So I mean, I don't think they can get up there in the first place, maybe, but we'll see. It seems like if they're at least baiting green, kicking door here, but then not going there. North is now all the way back in Toxic, so he has to rotate eventually. It's going to cost him some time. Gruber King, no, he's not going for the fan.
No, they're good. It looks like they're just kind of looking for like the potential like run out peaks because, goodness gracious, if some of these teams like some of these teams that you can see they would absolutely do that, but they get there no issue, and the defenders are definitely going to hear this, so they'll know once the doors and the shutter gets breached, they'll definitely know what's going on. But Molotov goes out.
Oh,
and
the Molotov goes to the dogs, so the red door can be opened now freely. Matt was actually waiting for that. So I think I can get in his back now. Now the door charge is blown, and now Matt is kind of in a bad position. Gruber King actually did go to the fan, so he has maybe get some line of sight on his office. Maybe, I'm not sure. They're pushing in from the west. Only have one person on dog, not going in though. Trying to win the long range fights against office. They don't. Matt gets the kill on Surfront. But get the trade here from the side. Very nice.
A minute left.
Gruber actually got. Oh, they cleared the fan. They stopped. They shot the fan. So Gruber got in. Oh.
Mop moment. Let's go.
Yep,
oh no.
Goes down. But Gruber King with the trade from the back. Takes him out. Yeah, he got through the fan, and now the others are moving in, but they don't know Matt is there. Sedrum is looking for him. Sedrum gets him. This is now crucial. Nog is making a play here, running
Matt
in.
goes big.
They're sticking the defuse, and they pay for it. But Sedrum's, again, with the trade, and Gruber King cleared up office from behind. Very well played from Mist here.
I don't know. I'm kind of getting a little bit worried here that, Med's going nuclear. He's trying his bestest, but if Gnomes doesn't kind of help pick it up a bit, they need. I don't know. That as soon as the mop fell, it just felt like the entire energy of the defensive side just crumbled.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think having Gruber King on that fan, like as you said earlier, like
That fan was huge. That fan was huge for the attackers.
Yep, they opened it from docks, and then Gruber King got in, and like they were in a really bad spot in office all of a sudden.
But hey, the good news is it's the end of the third rounds, and Gruber King's got the mop, so now obviously they'll be switching sides. But well, off of that initial volley, how are we feeling, Pion? I mean, what do you think of the team so far?
Well, after the first two rounds, I was like, okay, Gnomes has this in the bag. But now, after this round, Mist played this very strategically and worked out beautiful. So I think they might have some aces up their sleeves, and this could go either way, really.
I'm hoping like that. I mean, goodness, we only have so few casts to look at, and getting these really good matches is always important. But I don't know, Mist isn't going down without a fight. They're making Gnomes work for it for sure. And I gotta say, I'm very interested to see how they can keep the momentum, because I mean, if it gets into a really scrappy fight, the biggest thing for a lot of teams is it really comes down to whether or not you can win your defense rounds, because traditionally speaking, the flashbangs are so strong for attackers that there's usually it's like, oh well, this map is attacker sided, oh this map is defender sided, so you kind of expect those rounds. But hey, teams have swapped. We're now back on the wonderful Grand Jackal, because shoutouts to the unique map spawning. But again, we should in giant air quotes see the mop. We might in giant air quotes see the saber, because last time that's exactly what happened, and that went so well for our attacking team.
Don't remind me. That was. I don't know what happened there, but I mean, Mist got back from it, so.
This is this and that is that, but we do. I mean, you can see even the defenders are like, all right, there's going to be probably 3 beach. That makes sense. 2 on the northern side of castle.
Again, not see anyone going observation or pit. Like
it just doesn't make sense. There's no way to benefit from it.
It really doesn't. Like, it's such a bad entrance, but it makes this map a little bit repetitive.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. No mop again though.
Because going through bases.
Look at that, and no saber this time either. It's just gonna be AP 25s.
Team. What?
All right, let's go. I'm liking this. We've got flashbangs. We have no grenades, so I'm a little bit worried, because this tells me they're going. It's almost like a full castle bait. Like they're gonna try and just push their luck with like a 3-2. I would be surprised if they have anybody go for beach just with the weapons they have. But hey, I've been wrong before. Lord knows I'll be wrong again.
Yeah, I have no idea what Gnome's plan is here, really. It looks very
They're about to get that bread. That's what they're about to get.
We'll see what they pull off.
So it is a 3-2 split.
It is.
And but they have no grenade. How are they going to handle the barbed wire in castle? That's
Molotov bit late, so Index is cut off, but the others are in. Castle breached. Matt gets the first kill here already.
Okay.
In castle. That was
in castle.
Okay. That worked, I guess. Obsidian was not looking the right way, I guess, or not getting the shot anyway. Now they're pushing very aggressively on base, getting Satrums down here, and getting Keisha.
They're just crumbling
really well. They're just pushing extremely aggressively, making all the angles short and taking advantage of the AP25. Matt did not manage to push the castle, but Zooks,
they can defuse though. Yeah, they can force defuse.
No, they can first defuse. Yeah, so front got scoot, but they're 3 on base now, and bomb is on 90. So this round definitely goes to Gnomes.
And they can't, they can't defuse. So there you go. That was it. Just kill people. It works every time. I mean, just kill people. It works. What are grenades?
Make plans if you just shoot mans, I guess.
Yeah. Make plans, shoot mans. Easy. Another day, another dollar for our attacking team. And all right, well, Gnomes has woken up. Apparently, What is planning? What is planning when you just shoot mans? Oh my god. They make it look so easy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess their plan was literally though, like, let's go super aggressive and take APs. Because they as much as we fool around a little bit, it made sense. Like their playstyle matched their equipment, right? Like there was a plan behind this.
Oh, absolutely.
Just push in really, really, really hard and take advantage of the shorter angles. And the defenders did not manage to get the long range advantage and paid for it. So
I just don't think that the defenders respected the castle push. I mean, that first initial kill inside castle was so pivotal, because first blood, first death, whatever you want to call it, it's such a momentum changer in this game because I mean, as long as you have 1 HP, you can still fire your gun. You hit 0, you're done. There's nothing left for you. And having 2 guys with okay weapons in castle, I mean, exactly as you're saying, AP-25s, they got in there and they fought tooth and nail, and they were winning their one-on-one engagements. There wasn't like a guy throws flash and another guy comes around and peeks the guy that got flash. It was like, no, I'm gonna breach, I'm gonna go in, kill this guy, bada boom, bada bing, done. And then they did the exact same thing. I mean, Satrams was next to the bunkers at beach. He just died. I mean, they jumped in. There was a scuffle, and then he was dead. And at that point, there was no one left on beach to really protect him because he got flashed.
Yeah, they just steamrolled them, really. We'll see if that works again on this map.
Yes, but this time there's a little bit of a difference. We have the auto shotty finally in play here for our defending team.
A good counter.
Yes, aggression does get stopped when your entire attacking team gets turned into Swiss cheese. It does. It's a deterrent. It's a good deterrent.
Yep. That's a good way to put it.
We do have, if you look at, let's take a look at the drawings real quick. We have 3 guys getting called for front of lobby, but there's already a barbed wire, and where's our auto shotty sitting? He's going to be sitting in loans, so honestly, as long as they bleed the attackers all the way to loans, that can be a recipe for disaster. 1 barbed wire, 1 auto shotty, you can easily kill a good 15-20 seconds, and again, you spend another 45 just getting into lobby, another 30, coming to loans. They might run out of time, but they are going to put 1 guy in vault, so it's a 5v4 off the rip.
Yeah, with the knack.
Yeah. Okay.
It's big for a knack, but I mean, Satrams could make it work. We'll see. They're trying to push through entrance, but a lot of angles are covered there. So they're trying to make their way in. Smoked off Teller, and they got the kill on Grouper King here again. Very aggressive push, and it works out for them. The other
5v3.
The auto shot can actually rotate it down to accounting. Scooch is trying to hold this, but Index gets the kill here again. AP-25 just going in, killing man. Shooting man, I mean.
Shoot, yeah, make plan, shoot man. Easy game, easy life.
Absolutely. And now Red Frost, he's in a very bad position.
He got through the door.
He's
Okay.
being taken up by man, yeah.
And now there's 1 left, and
Yep,
yeah, see that's the problem with it. I mean, I don't know if that would have been a huge difference to have a 5th guy out on the map, because I mean, Gnomes just kind of looked at it and said, yeah, we'll just take this map, Noah. But I don't know. I've always felt a bit iffy about having an extra guy that could be doing stuff and at least slowing down the push. But they dropped the auto shotty and they don't even want it. Wow, that's just rude.
I mean, the next map is a factory. It might not be that useful on that one.
Potentially,
so I
potentially.
decided against it, but still, yeah, a bit surprising for sure. But yeah, it seems like Gnomes just like wins their tech rounds by pushing it in and missed not having a counter plan to it. They just crumble when they get pushed hard, apparently. Let's see if they can maybe turn it back. We saw 1 really good round from them when they were on attack, so maybe they can also show us 1 really strong defender round. We will see. We're going back to the factory.
Back to factory, and power weapons should be getting used on this one. Both Mop and Saber. I mean, obviously, this is a very long range map.
Still ready, right? Still ready to go. Okay.
Should is a key word, but it should. Make plans. Shoot mans. Easy.
It seems like the same plan as before. Wall charge dog, door charge dog as well, I guess. And make the pincer. And again, the defenders are expecting to play through Toxic, but it doesn't seem like it's coming.
I would love to see once we have our attacking group stand up is just like a quick 2-second check in there to see if they even take the NVGs. I mean, they don't have to take them, but usually it's a good sign of whether or not they're going to go toxic. I mean, just based off of the...
It just can take them in case, I guess.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt its last round, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, but I mean, again, we got the... I love the flares. Just in case, you need to... In case they go for power, they got it covered, but we'd seen it from...
Really scared of power. Like, look at all the lines.
When Med has been a really great flanker for the Gnomes so far, and he might even just kind of be aware. Or I'd love to see if our defending team has at least 1 guy sitting in toxic, just to be aware of that, because it seems like the roamer, the flanker, has been kind of the key for most of these rounds. Now, obviously, the past 3 rounds, Gnomes has just kind of gone in, kicked faces, and then went out for coffee afterwards, but we'll have to see.
I'm scared to not see the Saber there, but there it is. Scooch Squad will take the Saber and go to the west side.
There we go.
taking
I'd
the
love to
long
see if we see another
angles.
Pipeworks like with the fan. I mean, that fan was
Yeah,
absolutely
that
monumental.
was absolutely crucial for
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
this.
yeah.
So we'll see. But then again, if Scooch Squad can win the sniper battle against the mob in office here, they're probably fine. We'll see. Gruber King on the mob. That's not like the name is
Not the end of the world. Right,
tragic,
right, right,
but
right.
we'll see if he can make it work anyway. Seems like no, they ignore fan, they ignore the green door, just go no.
Reasonable, yeah.
If they can get some shots off here through the window. No damage done though.
Would love to see if they just like throw in a grenade out of. I mean, they're not going to just waste a grenade willy nilly, but I would love just to see like a random
There's
grenade go
smoke.
flying. Okay, nice,
There's
good. I mean
smoke.
that's one of two spots that the mop would basically be sitting. So that's a great preemptive smoke.
I mean, it's also like baiting them to
Mhm.
be scared of the green door. So yeah, they're looking north, but they're actually coming west and south now. So I guess they're gonna go. Molotov is ready for the red door. It's not. He's waiting. So
Just
Front is
waiting. Yeah, it's just a
for it,
wait
though.
game. I mean, it's gonna be up to the attackers for whenever they
Door
actually
is
want to
open,
push.
but he doesn't want to throw the Molotov because he was waiting for them to get into the barbed wire, I assume. Yeah, it looks like it. There was a breach from the side, so he's getting a bit in a tricky position now. But he has his ally who's not covering him. Actually, doesn't work. Keisha is.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Makes it clear himself though, so he's totally fine. All good for him. 2-for-1 trade for them so far, and the south team for the attackers is down, and the others are just behind the dogs. They cleared out the barbed wire. They're behind the thing there, the dog thingies in there. They got the kill here. Scooch get the kill on Gruber King, so wins the sniper battle. Good for him. But Surfront is on the side in the truck, gets the kill on Mighty Sharper, and Keisha gets in next. So Scooch is on his own now. He has a saber, but he's against 3, and Saturn's picked up the mob, and there's the kill.
There we go.
Wow, Surfront really carried this round. Very well played by Mist, and specifically him winning this round for Mist. So 2-4.
As soon as that dog push,
on the third round.
yeah, as soon as the truck push failed, you could just feel that momentum shift. The defenders kind of rallied themselves, and I mean, you can see exactly where all of the attackers died. I mean, they didn't even get into the main loading area of dock, and then it was over.
Yeah.
So, again, I think the biggest thing with due process, especially a lot of times, this is it's the first kill, that first interaction, that kind of slows down the attack just a little bit, can be so pivotal to the rest of the engagement. Because I mean, you saw they didn't even get through halfway to docks before they were all dead, and the defenders, excuse me, immediately took up more advantageous positions. They started getting to those really just disgusting like choke angles. It's like, you want to get past me, you're going to be spending some time getting through me. That's killing time. That's killing your push. That's giving our guys more time to kind of flank you. And I mean, here we are. It's 2-4. Mist finally got a defense round under their belt, which is nice. But we need to see a bit more if they really want to drag these gnomes, lower and lower.
Yeah, we're back to Wolverine halfback. So another map we've seen before today. Yeah, this one was a bit interesting because it has this really strong hold in observation. It's really hard to push through there. Pit has some value, but it's also hard to get through there because it's kind of a maze. So yeah, it seems like it's important for attackers to get beach and base, and that's also what Gnomes want to do here. It seems like they're bringing the saber, and Gruber King is on the mob again, and we'll see if they can make that work.
Yeah, I mean, unless they have some crazy super plan for Pit, I mean, it's more trouble than what it's worth, honestly. There's, besides the fact that you have to go...
Wants to use 2 bobs for it, though, so...
Okay, I mean, it's an option, but, I mean, obviously we know what the defenders don't, which is that's a waste of 2 barbs. I mean, you could easily just put those on the green doors and then dust hands, you're good. I mean, it does the same thing, but... I don't know. I don't fully agree with it, but we'll have to see how Mist wants to play with it. I would love to know whether or not we're going to be seeing the auto shotty and observation. I think that's a great move, and then whether or not it's going to be the mop in that little perch, just trying to basically kind of 1v1 against Scooge.
Yeah, I think the sniper battle will be important here again.
Oh,
observation
absolutely.
is just really hard to take. Are they just pushing full 5 through beach? No, I think that's a torch. Still seems like all 5 are going beach.
Full beach, right. And here we go.
So yeah, they just pushed through and getting called out from observation, obviously.
Yep.
But the only one who's really holding an angle is Scooch with his mob.
I mean, that makes sense. They have to, once they get past perch, then they have like this water bog space that they have to walk through. So, and there's plenty of choke points there. A good dink on index. Doesn't kill,
Oh,
but
he did get.
yeah.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, he hit. Just not a heady. Oh, Sadrams gets a kill on knockdown, but Matt gets Gruber King, so the mob is down. We'll see if they rotate, like maybe Surfron rotates up there. But Scooch gets Sadrams. Now the Saber, uncontested, is doing damage, obviously. They're trying to rotate here and get angles, but Matt is
Matt
very,
is
very
up
close
there, yeah.
runes. Super aggressive, and Surfron did not pick up the mob yet. He's kind of close. Oh, Matt is going down there. Nice, and Surfron gets another one, so it's down to 2 gnomes now. They're both kind of stuck in base. Still have good weapons though, but again, very aggressive.
Big flash.
In with flashbangs.
Big flash.
Surfron gets the trade, and now it's down to Scooch. Not Scooch. Scooch. Yeah, Scooch. And Scooch gets a kill on Surfron.
Oh.
That was close. Wow, securing the win for Gnomes here though. Wow.
Extremely close. That flashbang though from what was it? I think it was Shrub. Yeah, that flashbang. I mean, it caught 2 of them, which that was the most pivotal flashbang for this round. I mean, if he had not gotten both of them, and I'm fairly confident he got both.
Extremely bold play, like pushing in there.
Extremely bold. Hey, yo, Mad, where were you? Like, oh my God, he just got.
Front in the back.
Yeah.
Front did not react quickly enough, so he could get in there, get the double kill. Got traded eventually by Surfron, but then Scooch with the stronger weapon.
Well, I think we're just seeing I like, as weird as it sounds, almost like the flavor, the personality of the teams here. We've seen Gnomes now consistently be just silly aggressive. Did Med need to be at those stairs already? No. Was he? No. Yes. The auto shot, he was there to catch him. Oh, go ahead.
He got punished for being in that case.
He did.
Yeah, it also worked out in another situation. So for Mighty Sharp, it worked. So.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. I think if Mist really wants to try and kind of claw some rounds back, they need to recognize what they're dealing with. They're dealing with a hyper-aggressive little gnome. It will bite, it will knack, chew at you, it'll make all kinds of trouble for you. But if they play maybe a little bit more passive, they have a couple more mollies to help kind of slow that play down. We've seen when they get a chance to play slow, Mist can get them. But it's like it's this super specific situation, and they're just not able to get that on the rounds we've seen so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing, though. Even if Gnomes win this, like right now, if they win next 2 rounds, let's say like win 7-2,
yeah,
then I think they actually win the group. Because Scrubin has a win against Mist, but it's only 7-5. So I think Gnomes would in that case have the score difference advantage and would proceed here. But if Mist somehow gets 3 more rounds, then all of a sudden we have a complete tie. So it's still quite up in the air.
Yeah, they have to get 3, but it's currently Gnomes is 2 points away from taking it, and
absolutely.
So their outcomes. I've been wrong before, but Gnomes is definitely showing their salt, and I like this attack style. I mean, look at this. They're gonna try and wall breach and then grenade in. They're going for like this kamikaze style.
I mean, it's not looking too bad for them. It works out fairly well for them.
If it keeps working,
Yeah. I mean, never change a running system. If it keeps
exactly
working, continue doing it. But eventually, Mist might be able to adapt to it and counter it. We'll see if that happens this time.
Oh, that's a lot of lads inside that vault now.
Oh wow, yeah. Okay.
2. They're gonna put 2 in.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll have to see what they do. I mean, it could work. There's a giant if, but we've seen so far when they put 1 person in to see what kind of interest they get out of it. It's not paying off.
It's a big vault with lots of cover. It could work. They also still have a barbed wire, and 2 mollies, so it could work. That is
a lot of Sol.
Yeah, and now
Breach.
Gnomes' few people are going into loans, while Matt is in the vents, and this means Scooch is kind of pincered here.
And on the flank.
Into trouble, is retreating,
yep.
So front is going down, that's crucial. Matt getting another kill here. And they also get Sadrams, so
Sadrams was going to try and be a rat. Appreciate it.
Down to Scooch squad and the Vault team. And if Scooch can get Matt, no, he can't. Matt kills him out. No, that's going to be really hard for Keisha.
All right, well, here we go. Let's see how good 2 players against an entire team with a grenade and a flashbang can do.
3 Molotovs and a barbed wire.
Yeah.
They will probably be able to put down the barbed wire, but then the grenade will. Oh, and Keisha's down already.
Yeah.
And there is.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There for Exhibit A if you will.
Yeah, you said earlier you don't like having people not being able to rotate on the map, and yeah,
If
it didn't
okay,
work out for me.
if you put Kazo in that vault, you put Sachi in that vault, you put any of those kind of guys, I'd be like, all right, like they know their gaming skill. You put me in that vault, no, it's not gonna work. There's a reason. There's a reason I'm bad, but it's not working. It's clearly not working, and
Yeah,
well, now they're on match point. I mean, I think there was a
yeah,
big gamble that they wanted to try and take with that. But one grenade, one flashbang cleared out that entire space for a reason. You know, I mean, heck, they even threw the Molotov right. You could see those guys pushed in through a Molotov, through the fire and the flames as we go, and it still wasn't enough.
yeah. It's we'll see if Mist can come back from this, but it's looking very good for Gnomes right now. And as I said, if I'm not mistaken, if they win now, it means they win the group and go to the semifinals. So yeah, they're looking very confident right now. They stole about wire. Not sure that's gonna do them much good, but it's always fun to steal defender equipment. Um, so good on them. And yeah, I like
It's
their
about
aggressive play. It's just like
the moral fight at that point.
head through the wall.
Alrighty.
See how it works.
Operation Prime Revolver, we're on Factory. Looks like it's going to be a good old-fashioned docks push for Power, which I think is a great call. Power is a little bit more reasonable to reach this time. It's not, like, out of the way. Bomb's in the middle of the map, as it always is, so we'll probably see a Power push into Server Farm, and then they'll probably just kind of give up Toxic. I think the attackers don't really see much value in that. Yeah, you can see the defenders are even reading that. It's like, they're going to want to push from south to north. That just kind of makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, Gnomes doesn't have power circled yet, so they might even skip it. But who knows? It would make sense to get it if you secure docks.
Mm.
But so far, well, we'll see. Maybe one guy is securing.
Well, no, no. Okay, never mind. It's a red door. I was gonna say they can't because there's not a, they don't have a wall breach from last round. But no, it's good. They've got a breacher. They're good.
Yeah, should be fine.
Well, hang on now. They've got barbed wire. They're not picking up the clacker.
Med still has space, I guess.
Hang on now. Is this a?
Okay, there's still.
It's a green push?
I think there's a torch.
Okay. 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 We're good now. Okay.
I think they were just like discussing who takes.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Weird for a second, but.
Anything of major?
Oh, actually bring a clacker as well. I don't see a charge though. So do they still have a wall charge?
I know they used it last round on bank to open up to get around the tellers, which was I think it was the right call for sure. But
Why did they bring a clacker just for fun? I guess.
I mean, you might as well.
So yeah, defender is kind of low on equipment. Put a few barbed wires down. But
Very
there's
spread
not
out too.
much.
Look at that.
There's two guys going office, two defenders there as well. Let's see if they can get in. I don't think they have a frag. Actually, that's a smoke. Trying to push in. Kisha's trying to get a kill through the door, but attackers are patient. Just baited with the smoke basically. And now they're retreating. They give up office more or less. A little bit at least, or pulling back a little bit, trying to defend it from far away. Not gets a kill on Gulba King on south. They're pushing into dock successfully here.
Makes it look so easy.
Oh, there's office, but Obsidian actually gets the kill on Mighty Sharp, but not gets Keisha, and now they're in the main area, also taking Surf front, and Obsidian is eventually falling to Matt, and it's all down to Sadrams, who's all alone in Silver Farm, and they got power.
He's waiting for him. Med's waiting for him.
They're looking for him. Okay, now they're pushing the defuse, and Seven gets the kill on knock here. Very nice. And on the index.
Hang on.
He's, no.
Hang on.
Scooch secures the win here for Gnomes. Very well done. 7-2. And as I said, if I'm not completely mistaken, this is not official, but I think they actually win the group and move to the semifinals now.
Woo! Congratulations to Gnomes. They have guaranteed. They prove that they actually deserve it. Didn't send us into like double overtime on one of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, this match was late already. Would have been bad to have another tiebreak after this. So I'm glad we don't have that. If I understood our production crew correctly, though, the plan right now is to play both semifinal matches at the same time because we're very much behind schedule. Yeah, we'll going into a break, and for me, this is the time to say goodbye. This was a lot of fun. Casting to process again. I didn't think I would do this ever again, but
you're telling me.
So thanks a lot to Stellaric and the Redux Network for organizing the Redux Rumble Make Plans Shoot Mans tournament. It's a lot of fun, and it brought a lot of players back. Also, the new patch looks hot as fire. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It looks really hot with all the changes, and I'm looking forward to this moving from the public test environment to the actual main branch. And yeah, that's it. Thanks a lot for having me. Ghost, any last words before you will be casting the semifinals with Stuffed
Ooh,
Shark?
Stuff Shark. Yeah, no, nothing right now. Just thank you as always, Pion, for joining us. You're an inspiration to many players here, and thank you as always.
Thank you. Yeah, okay, it was a pleasure. Then thanks everyone. See you next time, and don't go anywhere. And be back after the break.